Most people spend their entire lives trying to get rich. Yet some Australians quietly build serious wealth without flashy cars, expensive watches, or showing off on social media. And here's the crazy part. Many of them earn completely normal incomes. So what's their secret? Because once you understand it, you'll realise wealth isn't built the way most people think. Hey mate, I'm Buck. And today, we're uncovering how Australians secretly build wealth and why most people completely miss it. Let's get into it. When people imagine wealthy Australians, they often picture business owners, property moguls, or people earning massive salaries. But the truth is far less exciting and much more powerful. Many wealthy Australians live surprisingly ordinary lives. They drive normal cars. They live in average neighbourhoods. They don't look rich.
Because they're focused on becoming rich, not looking rich. And that difference changes everything. Think about this. Two people earn exactly the same salary. One spends every pay raise on lifestyle upgrades. A better car, a bigger TV, a more expensive holiday. The other quietly invests the difference. Fast forward 20 years. One owns liabilities, the other owns assets. That's where wealth begins. Not with income, with behaviour. Now here's the first secret. Australians who build wealth consistently understand one thing. Time matters more than timing. Most people spend years waiting for the perfect moment to invest. They wait for the market to crash, they wait for interest rates to fall, they wait until they earn more money. And they keep waiting. Meanwhile, successful investors simply start. They invest regularly, month after month, year after year, whether the market is up or down, because they know consistency beats perfection. And that's where ETFs enter the picture.
Many Australians quietly build wealth using simple index funds and ETFs. Nothing exciting, no stock-picking genius, no secret formulas. Just regular investing. Imagine planting a tree. You don't dig it up every week to check if it's growing. You water it, you wait, and eventually it becomes something valuable. Investing works the same way. But here's the second secret that most people never talk about. Superannuation. Now, I know, super sounds boring. Most young people ignore it completely. But some Australians understand its true power. They treat super as a wealth-building machine, not just a retirement account. Small contributions today can compound for decades. And when decades are involved, the results can become enormous. That's why many millionaires aren't necessarily investment experts. They simply allowed time to work in their favour. Now, let's talk about property. Because this is where many people think wealth begins. And yes, property has helped many Australians build wealth. But here's the hidden truth. The house itself isn't always the magic. It's leverage. When someone buys a property, they're often controlling a large asset with a relatively small deposit. As property values rise over time, that leverage can amplify growth. But property isn't the only path, and that's where many people get stuck. They believe they can't build wealth until they own real estate. That's simply not true. Many investors build significant wealth through businesses, shares, ETFs, and other assets long before buying property. The real secret isn't the asset, it's ownership. Wealthy people focus on owning things that generate value. Most people focus on consuming things that lose value. That's a huge difference. Now, here's something that might surprise you. One of the biggest wealth builders in Australia isn't investing. It's avoiding bad debt. Think about it. every dollar spent on high-interest debt is money working against you. Instead of building your future, it's funding someone else's. That's why financially successful people often avoid unnecessary debt whenever possible. They use debt strategically, not emotionally. And speaking of emotions, let's talk about the biggest hidden wealth killer: lifestyle inflation. This trap catches almost everyone. You get a raise, you upgrade your lifestyle. You earn more, you spend more. You earn even more, you spend even more. Suddenly, you're making twice as much money, but saving the same amount.
Or worse, nothing at all. Meanwhile, wealthy people often increase their investments faster than they increase their spending. That's why their net worth grows quietly in the background. And that's the real key word here: quietly. Because wealth creation is usually boring. Nobody posts screenshots of automatic ETF contributions. Nobody celebrates paying off debt on social media. Nobody goes viral for sticking to a budget. But these habits create extraordinary results over time. Now, imagine two versions of your future. The first version spends everything. Every raise disappears. Every extra dollar gets consumed. The second version invests consistently, learns about money, owns assets, and lets time do the heavy lifting. 10 years later, those lives look completely different. Not because of luck, because of decisions. That's why wealth isn't really about money. It's about habits. And habits compound, just like investments. A good financial habit, repeated for years, becomes a powerful advantage. A bad financial habit, repeated for years, becomes a serious problem. The scary part? Most people don't notice either one happening until it's too late. Which brings us to the biggest secret of all. Australians who quietly build wealth don't chase shortcuts. They don't jump from trend to trend. They don't constantly look for the next get-rich-quick scheme. Instead, they focus on a simple formula. Spend less than they earn, invest the difference, stay consistent, give it time. That's it. Simple doesn't mean easy, but simple works. And that's why so many wealthy people appear ordinary. Their strategy isn't exciting enough to attract attention, but it's powerful enough to change their lives. So if you're wondering how Australians secretly build wealth, the answer isn't hidden in some exclusive investment club. It's hidden in everyday decisions. The decision to invest instead of spend. The decision to think long term. The decision to own assets instead of liabilities. The decision to start now instead of waiting. Because the people who become wealthy aren't always the smartest. They aren't always the highest earners. And they definitely aren't always the luckiest. They simply understand something most people ignore. Small actions repeated consistently create massive results. And that's the real secret. Not a secret investment, not a secret stock, not a secret strategy, a secret mindset. I'm Buck, and remember this: the wealthiest people often don't look wealthy, because while everyone else is trying to look rich, they're busy becoming rich.